The pairing with you and Troubs is really sort of settled in, and you guys are just finding success. What is working so well between the two of you guys and how you play off each other?
Yeah, I think just moving the puck well, trying to be efficient and effective on the breakouts. That's key. So we're not spending time in our end that we don't need to be. Yeah, it's just continuing to grow consistently with each other. So it's been pretty good so far.
Is that really just kind of the key of it? Is just playing consistently, from last year to this year, whether it's you being in the lineup more or you and him just playing more together? Does that sort of just grow day by day?
Yeah, probably a bit of both. We get to build that trust with each other, maybe. We know how we play. We both got different tendencies and skill sets, but we work well together.
Yeah, because you're both... it feels like you're both being able to get up the ice and being able to cover each other. So how's that push and pull of knowing when to go, knowing how to cover for each guy?
Yeah, he's definitely... we're both, I think, playing pretty offensively right now, so it's, just trusting each other, knowing we have F3 back and stuff like that. Not both jumping at the same time kind of thing, so we're just reading off each other and, making hockey plays when we can.
What are you seeing out of him this year? Because it feels like he is playing very confidently. He's taking on more minutes. He's playing, as Quenneville said, some of the best hockey he's seen in quite some time for him. So what are you seeing out of his game?
I think he's shooting a lot too, creating chaos in the offensive zone. Lots of slap shots and stuff like that have been pretty effective. I think he's been able to find some soft ice in the offensive zone. Just jumping through and walking the line, and then what I've noticed in transition is he's pretty effective with a quick pass, kind of not overhandling it or not looking for a better play, just kind of a quick transition that puts our shift into the offensive zone. It's good.
What do you in terms of the defensive sort of back and forth, where you guys are creating a lot of offensive chances, but it does feel sometimes getting maybe a little bit of a track meet. What sort of things do you need to kind of hone in on to make that less of a back and forth and more of a control?
Yeah, I think... sometimes the game opens up pretty good. I think we have a fantastic team for that. But that's high risk. Obviously, you want to be in control and kind of leading the game from the back out. So I think just managing the puck in the high danger zones, there's going to be times to make plays and attack defensemen, but for the most part, just trying to manage the puck best we can. Stuff like that will limit the odd man rushes.
With Radko out, what is the decor? Have you guys kind of started talked about just everybody picking up the slack and next man up and pulling on that rope?
Yeah, definitely. He's a big part of our team. He's captain and stuff. Obviously, we miss him back there, but everyone's just trying to play their game, and we know the presence and abilities he has are huge. So, yeah, we all got to play a little harder, everyone to play a little better to pick up for him, but I think everyone's done a great job so far.
And then just last thing, going into next month, the schedule does not let up a tough row of teams here in November as opposed to October. What's sort of the mindset now of the team after having some success early on and trying to keep this thing rolling, going to some tougher teams?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think we want an easy schedule. We want to play the best teams. I know I do. We're looking forward to it. I think we're kind of behind on the games compared to the other teams, a game or two behind. So I'm excited to get going in November. I think we've built a pretty good foundation as a group, and it's going to be a critical month to definitely grow on that.
10 games in, you're officially official on paper in terms of being an NHLer. How have you felt this kind of build over the last few games of things you're learning, things you're finding out about your game that you're learning at this level?
I think the biggest thing is just getting kind of comfortable to the speed. I mean, the first couple games, that was kind of the biggest things I noticed in every game. You kind of get used to it, like the pace and how quick you kind of have to make those decisions a little more. So,
I mean, yeah, to come out of the gate scoring as you did, there's going to be people that are like, "Oh my God, this kid's a revelation! Like, what's he doing?" And you're kind of settling into this league is difficult for that tonight, right? Like, what was sort of the difference from that initial start to Game 10 here?
You just kind of get lucky with a couple ones that get in, and then you get unlucky. Like you get bounces, and sometimes you don't. It's kind of how a hockey game works.
Are you learning anything about just like the process of getting into these games and building and learning and like compared to junior? What's the difference in the process day in and day out?
I think the biggest thing is the travel. Like that, we went on that long road trip. It was like 13 days or something like that. So that's a long time to kind of be in a hotel back and forth. So I wasn't kind of used to that so much. But other than that, I mean, it's just kind of the level of play is obviously significantly better.
And I'm sure it helps you to have things be consistent. You've been with Mason the whole time. Cutter's been off the line for a little bit, but usually with you guys. What's that process been like of working with them and kind of building that chemistry and making things consistent?
I think the biggest thing with those guys is just kind of keep your feet moving and keep your stick on the ice. They're kind of two phenomenal players that you kind of every day, like in practice, like you kind of notice something that they do, and then it kind of becomes like that chemistry builder. But yeah, just kind of get your stick in the ice, go in that.
And you're getting the good minutes, right? Like you're getting those opportunities. How much has that sort of meant to your development at this point to be able to play as much as you have in these first 10 games?
Yeah, it's awesome to kind of. I mean, I said like the biggest thing is the pace, and to kind of get like used to that by like getting into the game and getting those minutes. You kind of get more into a rhythm, and I think that's kind of a huge kind of advantage and kind of learning curve for me.
I mean, everyone's talked about it all season, leading into preseason, building up your strength, particularly along the boards and getting knocked off the puck and things like that. Do you feel like you are finding time to work in that strength and try to build on that part of your game right now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's times in a game where you kind of have to protect the puck, got to kind of reverse hit a bit, use your body on offense is kind of another big thing that I'm starting to learn a little bit more about. But at the same time, there are some pretty big guys. So
and you're not afraid to stick your nose in there. I mean, you've got a couple. That's just how the game goes.
Yeah.
In terms of your confidence, it feels like watching you go into the open ice, you're a little bit more ready to make those moves and take those shots. Do you feel that kind of building, that as you kind of build up the smaller parts of the game, that you're finding that open ice, you're finding your skill shots?
Yeah, off the rush, it's always kind of 50, especially at the start, because you don't want to turn over the puck and they get a scoring chance back, and then you're like the young guy that turn over the puck. So, I think every game you get a little bit more comfortable with kind of making those moves as you kind of settle in, and yeah, I mean, that's a learning curve for sure.
Just in terms of again, settling in, finding your spot in the league here, what do you see as benchmarks for yourself? Do you see it in 10 game increments? Do you see it in 20? Do you kind of look at anything like that?
Not really. I mean, I just kind of try and take one game at a time and just kind of focus on kind of two things that I can, I go into a game and I can focus on those, or whether it's keeping my feet moving, just little stuff like that the coaches kind of relay back to me that they want me to kind of focus on for that individual game, and just take it one time at a time.